This is Bang Bang Roll. I'm going to start this one 1974. Yeah, I want to go back as I go forward, then go back to other bits and pieces. A lot of these stories I've told before, but it's a story, so it's going to be a large one. Yeah, so people ask me about these stories, so I'm going to tell them. Yeah, but back in 1974, I'll get a big sentence. Yeah. There's nothing worse than getting a big sentence, mate. You never know your release date. You get your EDR, your LDR. EDR is your earliest date, your LDR is your longest date. And you go in there, you think, you've just been on the same wing, yeah? But you're on the other side of the wing now. You think, dear me. You know, you didn't ever expect to get a big sentence like this, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you're thinking about the appeal. Hope I'll get some off of my appeal. You know, your barrister, your QC says, yeah, you've got a good chance to put, but they all say the same thing. It's all about money, innit? Anyway, I'm in the scrubs. They sentenced me to, I think I go to C wing or A wing. I'm not quite sure which one. I think it was A wing. And anyway, it must be A wing because you've got A, B, C, and D. Because it must be A wing. I remember going A wing, yeah. So I'm in A wing, and the block's in A wing as well, and I'm not the other one by the block side of it, yeah. And anyway, I go in there straight away. The screws will know me because I worked in the scrubs now for what, I don't know, 18 months, nearly 2 years. So now I've got a big sentence. I've got to get on with it. I've done 2 years remand. That's going to come on my sentence, and you know, so. I mean, you're into your bird now. You're into it. You just got to accept it and get on with it, yeah? So I go in there and straight away, Screw puts me on the twos. I'm on the two, I think it's the twos, yeah, the twos I'm on, and goes in there. And there's couple of guys in there, nice guys. You know, I'm on the top bunk, but I don't really care about the top bunk really. Sometimes the top bunk is better because if you've got the bottom bunk, the top, someone upstairs in the top bunk, he's got a loose bladder, and he wheezes on the foot of the mattress, he's going to come through and dribble over and they're going to kill the people, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm in the cell. I told you the story before, but people want to know it again, so I'll tell you. So I'm in the cell. I've been in there a couple of days now, and they're nice kids. They smoke a couple of fags, but they're not too bad. There's one in there a little bit, he seems a little bit feminine. Young kid, a bit feminine. You think, you know, you get them all the time, don't you? You know what I mean, especially in prison. Anyway, when I go there, I meet a Screw that I ain't seen for a long time. You know, I've been in there a couple of 3 days now, and come downstairs. There's a Screw that I ain't seen for ages. You know, and hello, Ilya again. All right, go. I remember him on my YP. When I was a young prisoner, and you know, and I was caught, and I had a lot of aggravation in my YP, and a lot of Screws now hear bits and pieces what you was about, and you know, it's all in them little heads, isn't it? And he's coming, it's like, hello, Lee, how you going? I go, oh my God, what's up to him? He went, no, you know, how long are you doing? I said, well, I'm doing X amount of birds, and I'm a big bit of bird now, mate. He went, cool, what's that for? I said, I'm Wobby, attempted to murder the police officer. And I'm in trouble, you know what I mean? And but I've done nearly 2.5 years now, government remand. I just got sentenced now. I'm just down here, doing my EDR, longest day of release. He went, okay. He said, listen, can I have a quick word? So I said, look, you know, I said, I will, Governor. He said, but I said, first of all, let me go and find out my EDR, my LD, my longest day of release. Right? He said, no, we'll have a chat. So I'm sitting there for a couple of hours. It goes in there, they tell you your earliest date of release, and then they tell you your longest day of release. Mate, you don't believe me, mate. You can't see the date, you can't see the end of it, you can't see it. You think, fuck, I've just done 2.5 years, and I've got so much time to do. It's just crazy, you know what I mean? You can't believe the amount of birds you've got to do, you know? And you come out of there, and there's people in there doing bigger sentences than you know what I mean? How long are they going to do? You know, and you think, oh dear. And I goes up to the Screw and I said, well, what, mate? He said, Ilya, are you still the same as what you used to be, son? I went, what do you mean by that, Governor? He said, you're still a little fucker. You're still like a fight and all that. I said, Governor, look, I'm doing a big sentence now, you know. And I said, 22 years is a long, long time. You know what I mean? I said, well, actually 21 years, but it's 22 years nearly. So I said, it's a long time, Governor. And, you know, it's, I don't think I'll ever go and finish this. He said, listen. He went, you've done 2.5 years, you know, so it's a start of your sentence, right? You know what I mean? I said, yeah, I know, I'm still waiting for my appeal. My appeal seems to go forever, you know, but anyway, so I shouldn't be shipped out until my appeal's heard, but they want to ship me to, anyway, this is what happens, you know, it's a story, isn't it? So he says to me, listen, he said, there's 2 kids on this wing, Ray, 2 Sri Lankans, yeah, and they sexually abused someone really, really bad. And I will tell you the truth, what he told me, yeah, as we go on, yeah. And he said to me that they sexually abused a prison officer, son or daughter, sorry, his daughter. And it doesn't matter being a prison officer or what it is, but the officer come from Wandsworth that way, so they couldn't put the kids in Wandsworth jail and they got killed, but it still follows through, doesn't it? They've given them grief anyway, but they want them seriously hurt. So he said to me, he said, look, you do us a favour and we look after you. We get you shipped out of this prison as quick as possible, yeah? And we will look after you like food, cigarettes or whatever. I said, I don't smoke. He said, but the people in your cell, do they smoke? I said, yes, they do, yeah? So anyway, come to my cell, chucked in loads of Mars bars, bounties, all sorts of sweets, sandwiches, everything. Just come in and put it in a pillowcase, yeah? Yeah, I'll put it in my thing. And the guys myself couldn't believe it. You know, they was over the moon. But I told the story a different way last time, but this is how it really happened, yeah? So all that stuff put in myself. And then about a day later, and look, he's called me at the end of the wing. You've got a couple of cells that are like you go in there, you see your parole, whatever you see, you go in there, the big room is. So I go in there, and there's a couple of screws in there with him. And I said, all right, I said, this screw is the allocation screw. They get you allocated to a prison, yeah? This screw's a block screw, right? Yeah? This screw's, you will go down the block after this. You will get nicked after this, even if they don't, you know, you're going to get nicked, yeah? You've got to get nicked. He said, but most screws in this wing and around the prison know what you're going to do, and including certain governors know what you're going to do. Yeah, but you ain't done it yet, obviously so, but they know. You know, you've got some of these AGs and deputy governors, them sort of people, are ex-screws, and they know the score, yeah? And it is a screw that's little girl being molested. Tell you what happened anyway. We're sitting in there, I'm sitting there with three people, 2, you know, and they're telling me, no, now you're thinking, I've gone so far, I can't turn back, you know, and they're saying to me, right, this is how it goes. These kids got hold of this girl, I think she's 13, 14 years of age. They raped her, bad, and then they dragged her into a graveyard, and they really sexually abused her so bad that she got internal bleeding and a lot of things happened inside her, and she'd never have a baby in her life, and I dare say she'd never go with a guy again. You know what I mean? They've done it such a bad job to her, and she caught all sorts of diseases and bits and pieces what's happened to her, yeah? So she's in a bad way. I'm only going by what he's told me. I don't know, right? But now I've gone too far with it. I ain't going to turn back. He's given me a big pillowcase of everything that I need, yeah? He said, but you're going to get nicked. He said, you might not get nicked that day. He said, but you're going to get nicked. I said, okay. He said, but you'll be sweet. Don't worry about that. I went, okay. He's marked my cards, yeah? So anyway, I go back in my cell, and this is all what actually is what happened before. Before I said it was a little bit, the way it is, a tiny little, this is big, yeah? So, I go in the cell, and the kids are saying what's going on. I ain't telling them nothing, you know, what's happening. And they're nice people in the cell. You know, I've got sandwiches for them, I've got sweets for them, everything. So the cell's sweet, yeah, we've got everything we want. The screws are leaving the lights on for a bit longer than they do other people's, and we're having it quite good. A couple of days later, I'm playing cards, and this kid, one of these kids, a bit gay, a bit funny. I'm training all the time in the cell. I'm taking my shirt off, doing press ups, sit ups, everything. Yeah, I'm a big guy. And one of the young kid, he half fancies me, you know what I mean? But he's a young kid, and I ain't getting into all that shit, you know what I mean? So we're playing cards, and I'm playing cards with this other guy. He's sitting behind. He puts this heart on my back in red, like felt pen on my back, yeah, with an arrow and all that shit in it, yeah. But I don't take notice of it really. So the screw comes and opens the door. Said, "Go on, quick word, mate." He said, "Well, I mean, never called me Ilya, nothing like that way." He did call me Ilya at first when I first met him. Walking along the landing to that room. We go in the room, just me and him, yeah. He goes to me, right. He said, "Are you up for this?" I said, "Yeah, of course I am." He said, "Right, in the morning, the fours get undone first, yeah." He said, "And you know, and I know, that the water that comes out of them taps is white hot scalding water." Am I right? Yes. He said, "Right." He said, "We're going to let you out early." I'm on the tooth. "We're going to let you out early, right? So you can get up to the recess, wait for this guy, and then do what you got to do." Don't forget that this is a different story, but it's what happens, yeah? They set in that toilet loads of, wash bins, basins, yeah? Like your what do you call it, anyway? Where you have your washing, yeah? And the bowls, just a wash bowl, yeah? They put about 4 or 5 of them in there, and there's a few bits of wood under there. They put under there, like legs of from the tables and all this sort of thing. Yeah, so they want it bad, whatever they want me to do to this geezer. So anyway, boom, door opens up, crash. I rush upstairs and go in the toilet, and I see all these bowls and bits of wood and everything. So I got hold of a bowl, turn the tap on, and it's white hot. It take your skin off, mate. It's that hot, yeah. I fill one bowl up, and I fill another bowl up. So I've got 2 bowls now, scalding water. The fours now unlocked. They come in. I've already seen the Indian. They showed me who he is. As he comes through, I can pick up the bowl. What? I do him in a bowl of water. He's screaming, "Ah!" Now the noise he's making, you think the screws are going to rush in because that's their job, but they don't. Yeah. As you just screw at the end. Right at the very end, watching the recess and this, that and the other, there's no screw there, yeah? So I pick up another bolt, and he's on the floor, and I tip it all over him. He's screaming, yeah? And this time now I'm smashing him to pieces. I'm really hitting him, but I'm hitting him with some wood. I'm battering him, yeah? So now, because of what he's done, you know, and what he done to this young girl, and it doesn't matter whose kid it is, it's still a young child. It's still what they did to the kid. It doesn't matter who it fucking is, you know what I mean? Anybody's gonna do the same thing. So I'm smashing it to pieces. Everyone's rushing around, you know what I mean? There's all people rushing about. There's people in there. Sri Lankans like screaming and shouting, but nothing's happening because it's got to happen quick, yeah? So I pulled down his trousers and I stamp all over his groin, yeah? I stamp his 3-piece suite. I stamp it so much. I jump all over it, yeah? I flatten it, there's blood everywhere. He's smashed to pieces. He'll never ever again use that downstairs, mate. He never use that for downstairs. He'd be lucky if he don't get cut off. you know, and I'm smashing him, I'm still bashing him up, and that's enough, because I'm going to kill him if I don't. I've got to realise I mustn't smash his head too much because I can kill him, but I'm doing his body and his groin, I'm smashing it to pieces. Now, I'm all soaking wet with the water, and there's shit coming out, bits and pieces anyway, so I'll run down the stairs, bump down the stairs, Scrooge see me, nothing's happened, go downstairs, bang my door. Go in there, bang my door, take my trousers off, take my shirt off, yeah? Put my t-shirt on, put my shirt over a chair, you know, just a thing. Put a t-shirt on, crash. It's all all pandemonium, and screaming and shouting, right? But now it's everything's gone quiet. No one's getting unlocked. Everyone knows what's going on. The screws. No one's getting unlocked. Crash. Come down to us, our landing, it goes 3 at a time, 3 cells at a time, they're locking. Right, they're locking 3 people at a time to go to the recess, because it's kicked off and it's all controlled and locking, yeah? So there's 4 or 5 screws going with everyone, boom, yeah, come back, go in the cell, crash, bang. Another 3, boom, boom, and then they come to us, do the same thing with us. Come in my cell, we hadn't had breakfast yet, come in my cell, chuck another pillowcase in there with tobacco, sweets and sandwiches and bits and pieces like that, right? So now it's time for us to go down for a breakfast, but I'm still going down. I want my porridge and my bread and butter and that, yeah? Go downstairs. You can see I've now got a t-shirt on, yeah? You can see the screws all looking at me. No one's really looking at you as such like that, in that way, yeah? They're sort of like little smiles, little smirks. So anyway, so I go down the stairs, have my breakfast, get my breakfast, my porridge and bits and pieces, sausages coming up the stairs. Butter my fucking things, and the geezers in my cell now know there's something not right, obviously, so, you know what I mean? Because the screws are locked and I go up early. So they go, what's going on, mate? I said, listen, just all you got to do is eat your sandwiches, take your tobacco, have your little sweets, and don't say anything to anybody, keep your mouth shut, yeah? Okay, yeah, sweet. This young kid, he going, you're all right, I'm sweet, yeah? So now, I'm told that the 2s and the 3s, right, this is a day later, not the same day, a day later. The 2s and the 3s are getting unlocked for exercise first. So one of the Sri Lankans is on the 3s. He's the other one. So we're going to exercise now on the exercise yard. Right now, my shirt, I put my shirt on, it's got a heart on the back still. Silly as arseholes, right? You know what I mean? Got a heart on the back. I'm walking around the yard. The freeze is out as well, he's on the freeze. I know the Sri Lankan, the other Sri Lankan. Now, we're all walking around the yard. There's about, 6 screws out there? 6 screws, but you got to remember, you've got other wings. You've got other screws, maybe don't know what's going on, but I should think most of the screws in the nick know what's going on, but a lot don't, I suppose, or civilians or whatever. So you've got to be careful. There is, or whatever is up there, is a God up there, right? And there is a thing called karma. There must be, because this is unbelievable. We're walking around the yard. Now, I'm thinking what I'm going to do, when he gets back in the wing, I want to jump in, go into his cell and bash him up in the cell a bit bad, but he's already chewed up with some other Sri Lankans, yeah? Freed up, or chewed up, or whatever it is, with other Sri Lankans, so I know it isn't going to be that easy, yeah? But he's walking around the yard with these other Sri Lankan guys, yeah? I'm walking around the yard and I'm telling you, there's something up there. There's someone up there, you know, karma. So there's someone up there looking over and going, go on, mate, this is what you got to do. All of a sudden I see this guy, whether or not he's all playing out by the screws, I don't know. All of a sudden I see this guy, but no one's going to plan out him going to the toilet. All of a sudden I see this guy from another wing walking onto the yard, goes into the toilet. There's a toilet on the yard, yeah? There's a walkway to the toilet, which is about, I don't know, a couple of yards, 10 yards to the toilet. So I see him going to there with a mop bucket and a mop and all this, that and the other, right? So I think, so I did take a notice of it. All of a sudden, who goes in the toilet? This Sri Lankan. I'm telling you, there was a God up there, mate. That's, you know, he goes into the, I can't believe it. He goes into the toilet. Now, this is my chance. My chance. I mean, the screws are looking at me, and, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I've got to do it. He goes in the toilet, I'll go around once, I'll go in the toilet. I'll go in there, and this guy's cleaning the toilet. I walked over to him. As I walked past the doors, because the cut down doors, there's this Sri Lankan squatting on the toilet having a poo, not sitting on the toilet, squatting, so his feet are on the toilet seat, on the toilets itself, not seat, on the seat, yeah. And the doors are short. So I walk over to the geezer, I said, "Give that Kaiser brush." He gives me a Kaiser brush. In the toilet brushes in prison, or any them scrubbing brushes, they've got a sharp bit at the end, like a point, yeah. It's round, but it's a point, yeah. Anyway. So I walk in there, mate, I pick this thing up, I go in there, this geezer's squatting on the toilet. I smashed him to pieces. I battered him, mate. I hit him so many times in the head, around the face, right, with this brush. I shouldn't have done it, you know, I mean, it's ridiculous to do that, you know what I mean, because you could die, you know, but you're not even thinking. But then I did think, yeah. He fell to the floor. He was unconscious, he had his hands over there, but it wasn't really, he was, but not so, he was still moaning. Yeah? His trousers were already pulled down, there's shit everywhere, all over the floor, but he's pooing himself, I suppose, with fear, yeah? Poo goes on my trousers and bits and pieces, I'm stinking, you can imagine, can't you? But I ain't taking a lot of notice at that time. Now, I'll get the brush, the toilet brush, and I'm whacking him around his private parts. I'm whacking it with the toilet brush, smashing it to pieces. I'm smashing it, mate. I don't care. I'm just smashing it. It's smashing all his food pieces down. How dare you do this to a young kid? You're going to do a young kid, I'm going to smash you to pieces. And I'm smashing everything I can see, I'm smashing around his groin. Everything. It's all blood everywhere, right? This not stop now. I've got to get out of there really, because if I don't, I'm going to kill him, and I ain't going to kill him. I'm going to get, you know. So I rushed out of there. I walked around the yard. Now I've got all shit down my legs. I've got this fucking shirt on with a big heart on, yeah. So all of a sudden, I like walk out, walk to the screws run everywhere. Right? They know it's me. They know what's going on. But anyway, nothing happens. I go back in the wing. I've got this shirt on, but my shirt's got no shit on as such, yeah, but my trousers are smothered with it. Goes upstairs to my cell, takes my jeans off, and put my grey trousers on, my grey trousers. I'm now convicted, so I'm wearing greys instead of browns, yeah? So anyway, put my grey trousers on, and it's now dinner time. So I think I've done what I've got to do. The prison is like going, you can see it's all, people are like quiet, it's screws are rushing down, opening doors, shutting doors, banging doors, it's all part of the system, isn't it? This has happened, that's happened, right? They now decided that really it ain't worth doing controller locking. It's happened out there, it's then, you know, and it's happened the other, but when it was controller locking, when it happened in the wing, but it's happened out in the yard. Anyway. There's no cameras or nothing out there, mate. It's only screws. Whew, you know, and it's done. But anyway, so it's dinner time. As I'm walking down the stairs to get my dinner, I notice there's a chief, must be a governor, and maybe 5, 6 screws. As I walk down the stairs, they pounce on me like leopards. They get me, buckle me up. I ain't saying nothing, I ain't shouting, swearing, nothing. Buckle me up, take me down the block. They know it's me. That's why they got the screw said, "You will go down the block." But obviously, so these Sri Lankans or whoever it was have told these screws that I've got a heart on the back of my shirt. This is how it didn't come on top. I knew I was only going on the block anyway, getting nicked for what I did. I had to, yeah, to get shipped out as such. So anyway, they come in and nick me because of this. Anyway, when I went in my cell, right, then the block. Just put me in there, didn't chuck me in there, no violence or nothing, just buckle me up, make it look good, yeah. Didn't buckle me up bad, but it wasn't like really bad, anyway. So I'm buckled up, I'm took down the block, I'm in the block, put me in the cell, I'm in the cell, opens the door, screw comes in, bomb, chucks me loads of sandwiches and things. Well on the lead bomb, mate. Right, and it's just, this is a block screw, well on Illy, not Ray, Illy, yeah. Chuck me in the fucking sandwiches, bomb. I'm thinking, oh dear, you know what I mean? Sweet. Everything Dave said is going to happen to me is going to happen to me, yeah? It's happening. I'm thinking, yes. All of a sudden another screw comes in and he chucks me in about 3 ounces of tobacco, yeah, but all in quarters with a cellophane over the top. The paper goes over the top, or cut it in half and put the cellophane on the top. So it's in quarters, yeah? Thinking I can make money out of it, yeah? Rather than sell the half ounces, when I go to where I've got to go to, the Nick, or I'm going to whatever. So anyway, I'm in there one day. They come in with clean clothes, they take all my shitty clothes, the fucking shirt, everything. But the shirt is evidence, even though the governor, whatever, deputy governor, whoever's involved, knows what's going on. They know what's going on. The shirt is evidence. So goes in the chokey and open my cell door, goes to see the deputy governor. I'm nicked. So he says to me, Raymond Hill, this, that and the other, crash. There's evidence to say, there's a shirt here that you was the person wearing this shirt. The shirt was took off you. You're the man involved in it. Crash. What we're going to do, we're not going to get any outside people involved in this. It's not a VC, a visiting committee or nothing like that. You're going to be sentenced to X amount of times down the block. I've got 14 days down there, CC. But I know I'm going to go. You're going to go, you're going to be shipped out of this prison, and you're going to go to another prison. That's what they've already told me that. So the deputy governor's giving me these fines and this, that and the other, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not bothered. He's part and parcel. So come out there, walk across the land, bang out a crash. So I'm on the floor doing press-ups, right, and things like that, and sit-ups. All of a sudden, the door opens up, looking for my spiral. It got flapped down the block, they got flaps, yeah? Down this block. And anyway, they got upstairs, downstairs. But it's a block and people actually live there, like nonces, them sort of people live there, upstairs on the twos, yeah? And maybe like some of the ones. But it is the block. So anyway, my flap opens up, I'm doing some press-ups, yeah? So black screw, his name was Gerald Hart, yeah? He's Mr. Guyana. Fucking massive. Black screw. Massive. If there's any people out there who was in the scrubs about them times or later on, no, Mr. He's massive, Mr. Gerald Hart. I'll never forget his name, Gerald Hart. And he's coming in and saying, oh, yeah, he shook my hand, well done, congratulations, well done, the art food, Mr. Sandwiches, biscuits. He said, look, later on, he said, I'll bring you some cocoa because he's in the night school, yeah? So anyway, he comes in, takes his hat off. This is unbelievable. He starts doing press-ups with me, but showing me all different press-ups to do. And I'm doing them, yeah? So that way, this way, that, all different things, yeah? And he's a nice geezer, Joe. I mean, he's Mr. Guyana. He's massive, mate, proper bodybuilder. And he's coming in talking to me. He talks right nice. No nastiness about him. They all know what's going on here, so they're on my side. Anyhow, he comes in, as I say, with sandwiches and later on he goes out after doing press-ups with me. And I can't believe it, he's doing press-ups. I'm doing every day. And I could hear noises, but I don't take a lot of notice of these noises. Like click noises drive me mad, but I don't take a lot of notice of it for the first couple of 3 days I'm there. They reckon I'm 14 days down in the ship and being shipped out. So I looked out the window in the block. They got they got sheets that come down. Right? You can't chuck things out, but you can see the bottom. Anyway, I could see this black guy walking around the yard at certain parts as he's coming close, and he was at about, I don't know, 6 screws walking around with him. And this geezer was a geezer called Obadiah. This geezer was about 5'8" wide as well as he was tall. This geezer was a giant, but he wasn't muscular, he was just big, and he had arms down to his kneecaps. Obadiah. And what happened, this is what Gerald Hart is telling me, the bodybuilder school. What happened, this guy, he had something with bashed his wife up, or done something. Yeah, he was living in Labatt Grove, living in a top flat, and he bashed his wife up. She's gone to the police. The police come, they rushed upstairs, bashed his door down, and the next thing you know, he smashed them to pieces, and they've gone down with a towel between their legs. Yeah? So what they decided to do is get the dogs up there to sort him out. Yeah? So they got there was 3 dogs, 2 or 3 dogs. Next thing you know, the dogs come through the window. He ripped their hearts, he ripped their throats out, he ripped their legs to pieces. This guy's massive, mate. In the end, they had to go out there and shoot him with darts and dart him up, going to 10 adage, and just hopefully indict him up, and they get him there. And now he's in the scrubs. He's walking around the scrubs. He's a giant. He doesn't speak English all that good, but he's a big African guy, Obadiah. And the story is, later on you get to it, the story is that he got a big bit of bird and they shipped him back to Guyana, but he never got there. Or if he did get there, they killed him. He was up for doing the same thing in Guyana with some young girl, but he got killed in the end. Or the boat opened, the boat opened up and it went down, but he didn't get to where he got to, or whatever happened. Yeah. Anyway, I see it and I couldn't believe it. This guy shouting out the window to him. So anyway, this Gerald Hart told me everything about him. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought, fucking hell. So I'm still doing the press ups. He's still giving me my sandwiches and my cocoa at night time. And I've got 14 days. I've been there for 3 days. I thought, this is lovely. Cocoa, sandwiches, sweet. The light can be left on, can be turned off. I'm getting books and getting magazines, Playboys, Fiesta, all sorts of dirty magazines I'm getting. I'm loving it, mate. They're looking after me big time. But anyway, so in the scrubs, when you go out the block for exercise, you go out the back, yeah, and they've got cages out there. Like at that time, they had 2 little cages, about 10. I don't know, 20 foot by 20, I don't know, square, yeah? 2 of those, and they've got one big cage at the very end. So, I'm in the little cage, I'm walking around the little cage. And it's like, how can I say, it's, when I say it's, it's so tiny, you get giddy even walking around it, yeah? So I'm thinking to myself, anyway, you're out there for an hour. You're supposed to be out there for half an hour, but I'm out there for an hour walking around. And there's nothing in there. There's all a couple of weeds here and there. There's nothing, And there's no one around any other exercises, anybody else. Also, the door opens up on my side, and this little guy comes out, black hair, a little moustache, tiny guy, black guy, looks a bit like Hitler, like he looks, what I mean? Jet black hair, pushed back, parted in the middle, but like thing. And he's walking around the yard. And don't forget, screws have already given me tobacco in quarters, yeah. So anyway, I used to always put a couple in my pocket. You never know. You might meet someone who would, even in the block, you might be able to meet someone that would need something and look after them. Because I don't smoke. It's no good for me. But in the block, I give it away. if people ain't got tobacco. So I'm walking around this little yard and this geezer shouts to me, "Hiya," like that. You know, "Hi, all right, mate." He went, "What are you in for?" And I said, "Well, you know, this, that, and the other." He said, "Oh, okay, what are you doing down here?" And I said, "Well, I had a little bit of trouble, 14-day CC." He went, "Oh," I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm staying down here at the moment." Now I'm thinking, well, he's a paedophile or something like that, yeah. But I said, "What are you in for?" He said, "Well, I'm in for murder charge, murder. And, you know. So now he's talking to me, but we're walking. As we're walking, we don't stop, we're walking. Right? He went, "Do you smoke?" I went, "No, mate." I said, he said, "Oh, all right." I said, "Why, want some tobacco?" I mean, he said, "Yeah, why have you got some?" I said, "Yeah, look, I've got a quarter here, so put it up, chuck it. I don't want the screws to sit, you know, and I never know what this guy is about, or I shouldn't be doing it anyway, you know what I mean? They won't like that, yeah? But I chucked it up, no screws, and you got to remember, around these little squares, right, there's bits of weeds and grass and crap like that, yeah? Anyway, so he's walking around the exercise, he's got his little bit of tobacco I've given him, he's now rolling the fag, he's smoking it, and he's talking to me. "How long are you down there for?" I said, "Well, I'm 14 days CC, I've been down there 4 days now." "Oh, okay, you're going back to England?" "Yes, I am." He said, "I said, how long are you going to be down there?" I said, "I don't know, I'm a lifer, maybe I'm going to be shipped out, I don't know." Right, okay. And he's just a little guy, man, jet black hair, little tash, you know. I thought, whatever. Go back in the wing. Screws come past me. This is about what? I don't know. 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. Gerald Hart comes in, gives me some cocoa, a cup of cocoa. He said, "They're going to be around in a minute. There's a buns coming, right?" He said, "But here's a couple of sandwiches just in case." The door opens up, and he screws open the door, and he went, Illy. Geezer down there, his name's Graham Young. I go, "Who's fucking Graham Young?" They went, "Listen, he just give us 2 buns. One for you, one for him, one for you. He's give it you, so you've got 2 buns." Right? Okay. I said, "Well, what, he's a poisoner?" He said, No, we give you the buns." Lovely. All of a sudden, the door opens up again. It's Gerald Hart. He went, "Listen to me." He went, "I've just told you that guy down there is Graham Young. Let me tell you something. He's Graham Young, the poisoner." I went, what? He said, "He's killed so many people. It's unbelievable. He's down here for his own protection. He's a raving lunatic. He can make poison out of anything. We're really careful when we go into your cell, touch anything. You never know, he could poison it." He said, "Look," he said, "he's just given me this for you, a quarter of an ounce of tobacco with a sleeve over it." He said, "I'm not going to give you it." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Because we don't know if he's tampered with it, Ray. He might be walking around the yard and you've given him tobacco and there's all bits and pieces around your plants and things and bits of stones and bits and pieces. He might be able to make some potion up, put it into that thing and you're dead." I said, "I don't smoke." So I wasn't going to die. He said, "Yeah, but if you give it to someone, they might pass away." So they check it and about, a day later they come to myself, give me back and said, "No, it's sweet, yeah. But don't tell it nothing." I never see him again. I never see him on exercise road. He didn't go out at the same time as me. I know he was on the wing. Graham Young, the famous poisoner, it took about 30 people. Anyway, so now I've been in there, 5 days? I won't go in the exercise yard, still doing that. Gerald Hart, so I'm still doing my press-ups, right? But this noise is driving me mad. I can't really sleep. I do sleep, but I sleep in the daytime and do my press-ups and all that at night time, but you still want to keep at night, lay down at night, you know. And this noise is driving me mad. Click, 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 24/7. It's driving me crazy. So all of a sudden, Gerald Hart he's not coming in, or he's off. This other screw comes up to me, opens the door, chucks me some sandwiches. They're all good to me, mate. I went, "Governor," I said, "do me a favour." I said, "Look, I ain't been out of sleep now for a couple of days. Is there someone above me?" I said, I can hear click, click, or there's a noise, some water dripping on something, or something. It's driving me nuts. So I said, listen. I went, that noise, hear it? And it was click, click, click. And he said, yeah, that's Ian Brady. I said, who? He said, Ian Brady. I said, what? Ian Brady, the murderer who done them kids, killed them little kids. He's above me. He said, no, he's not actually above you. He's just a cell next, opposite you, yeah? Like above it, you know? So I said, yeah, what's the fucking noise? He went, it's a typewriter. I went, what? You're telling me that Ian Brady, the guy that killed all those little kids, is got a typewriter? Are you mad? And there's people, how many people in this prison, Governor? So I don't know, what, 2,000? I don't know, maybe more. He said, and he's got a typewriter, and he's in the block, he's been looked after. So what else he got, Governor? A phone? Wasn't no phones around, but yeah, it was, but I mean, the ones you carry around here, you know, big ones. I said, you know, I said, I can't make it out, Governor. Why is he? I'm going mad now. This geezer, Governor, he's got, I mean, Ian Brady. I said, there's women out there who've lost their kids and they don't even know where they are. Him, that Marva Hindley, killed them little kids, and he's up there in that cell with a typewriter, alive. He should be dead, Governor. You should kill him. They should go in his cell and throw him over the land and say trips or whatever it is. This geezer should be killed, so dead. Mate, how can they allow that person to be alive? He's killed all them kids. It's crazy. Anyway, evidently, this Ian Brady can have a right fight. He can really march on. He's not an idiot. He can have a right fight, Ian Brady. That's what they told me. Right. Evidently, Ian Brady, I think it was Durham, or was one of them nicks, right? Or one of the nicks where Vicar escaped from. That Ian Brady was making them all their teas and sandwiches and all that when they was in the room. For, you know, I couldn't believe it. This is what I was told, that he was with that lot. And when Vicar escaped, all that lot of Ian Brady was there, you know, before he got sentenced and all that. And they was getting him to make cups of teas and coffees and doing the sandwiches. People, proper gangsters, mate, who had that geezer around them. You can't believe it when you get told these fucking stories. You think, nah, it can't be right. Listen, the person I am, I was sexually abused as a child, yeah, and I can't stand anything to do with people like that. Anything that hurts kids, hurts women, anything like that, mate, I'm going to go mad. So in the morning, I open my door to go and exercise yard. I'm up them stairs like a ground, but there's screws, 2 or 3 screws, sorting the upstairs up, yeah? And they're all running towards me, and they know what I want to do. And they stop me, not they could stop me, but I don't want to get myself any problems. I don't want to start bashing screws up, as I don't want to be in trouble. I mean, it's all right doing what I've done, but once you start hitting screws, you're going to cop it, you're going to get it, yeah? So, I mean, go back down the stairs, Illy, don't be stupid, mate, you ain't going to do nothing. I said, I want to kill him, Governor. You ain't going to kill no one, go back down the stairs. And he's shouting down to the Governor, sir, take him downstairs. Illy, go back downstairs, go in yourself, bang your door up. Do that now, yeah? So, listen, I want to kill that Ian Brady, but at the end of the day, I know I do something stupid, I'm going to be bashed up, I'm going to be darted up, or whatever they're going to do to me. They're going to shit me out, do whatever they do, put me in Broadmoor. I don't know what they're going to do up me off, I don't know what they're going to do, but I am thinking a little bit, yeah? So I'll go down the stairs and I'll bang up. About dinner time, they open me up and they go, Illy, come on, mate, what's up? The Deputy Governor wants to see you. The same geezer that saw me sentenced me to 14 days CC, yeah, goes in the office. He went, gives me my number, right? He went, Ray, you're 1311549. I'll tell you what it is. Tomorrow morning, you're being shipped out of this prison and you're being sent to the Isle of Wight, Albany. I went, what? He said, you've been shipped out. Tomorrow morning, you're going to go to the Isle of Wight, Albany. Right, so all been arranged. You're going to Albany, Isle of Wight. I said, well, Albany, Governor. I said, that's like another part of the world. He said, listen, you're being shipped out. Right, be lucky that you're not nicked more so than what you are. Be lucky that you're not on an outside charge. You're going to Albany, Isle of Wight. Keep your mouth shut. Don't say no more. Come back up. I thought, fucking hell. Anyway, in the morning, open my door, Albany. I'm on the bus to Albany. I can't believe it. I'm on the bus to Albany. But this ain't a bus. This is like a surge, like Black Mariah, where you got 8 cells one side, 8 cells the other side. Not like the coach. Black Mariah, big thing in them days, yeah. You're going in there, you're looking at it, it takes ages to get there. You've got to stop at Winchester for dinner. You know, Winchester, stop for dinner or whatever you stop for. It takes ages to get there. And one of them old buses, yeah. All of a sudden, you have your dinner, you go back on the bus, on the ferry. They drive you on the ferry, right? The ferry's rocking about, you go, rocking about, you go on the ferry. And you're in there, they don't even unlock you, mate. You're locked up in there. Don't forget, all what's in there is the driver and maybe 2 screws, or the driver and another screw, but they're all screws anyway. And they're the ones, I think there's like 2 screws in there and a driver. And they shoot off. And they going. And you're in a ferry. And this is 1974. You're in a ferry, going across the water, freezing cold. The waves are going like that, right? And you're bobbing around. If everything happened in there, you think they're going to come along and let you out? They think they're going to pull a handle and let you out for the roof? You're going to die. You're going to die, mate. You go there and you're going to die. You're going to go in that water, mate. You're dead. Everybody's screaming and shouting, let us out, because you're in a little cell. In a little cell. What is it? I don't know. 3 foot by what? 3 foot by 2 foot wide? I don't know. You're sitting in a hard fucking seat. It's took you hours to get there, and now you're going. The ferry was taking what? I don't know, 3/4 of an hour across the water. And there you are in this fucking ferry, freezing cold, water going up and down like that, and you've got to go across, and you're going to Albany. And when you get there, you go, thank God for that, you know what I mean? And you're shouting and screaming at the screws, and you're going to, anyway, you eventually go to Albany, you go in there, and you go through the gate, you go up this hill to the reception, you go to the reception, and I thought to myself, oh, mate, thank God that I'm here in one piece, you know what I mean? And it's a new prison, you know. It's a prison with electric doors, electric gates, everything, electric cell doors, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. No, I'm not. I'm not going to end it there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back for when I got made up as a star. Only a little bit. I got made up as a star. And I'm now in the scrubs. And I'm a big lump. And I'm made up as a star. And they give me a nice little job in there, you know. I'm in the job. I'm staying. I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to be released from the scrubs. I know that I'm waiting for a parole. I'm going to go from the scrubs. But they give me a job doing all the like clothes in the clothes kit store, yeah, doing all the clothes and bits and pieces and taking them across to the laundry. So I'm on the, I think I'm on the ones, yeah, I'm on the ones or the two anyway. But my job is to go around, collect all the clothes, take them to the thing, and then they sort them all out, jeans, jackets, and all that, shirts and bits and pieces like that. So that's my job, yeah. So then they got to go across to the laundry. So you've got to remember, I've been made up. I'm a big lump, yeah. Anyway, I'm a big lump. I'm made up. I'm going. I'll tell you what I want to do, yeah? Let me tell you a story later on today. It's a good story, all right? So this is Bang Bang Rail. Please press the like button and subscribe. And later on I'll tell you another story, yeah? Nice one.